Right guys, we are doing I am doing a combi swap today. I'm sort of drained down and I thought I'd go through the job with you, see what you think, get some people's opinions on the pipe work. I'll wait for a few people to join, but basically the pipes come down, they go up into the upstairs here in this boxing in, come down, that's the central heating flow and return into the combi, and then the hot and cold come this side of all the electrics. And they go underneath there up into the boiler. So I'm fitting a new combi here and I'm just wondering what to do, how far I go with the pipe work, whether I alter it. The first idea I had was to bring it across and then down into the back of the boiler, or the easiest thing for me would just be to cut them all, say there, and just redo this bit. The gas meter's on the piss because there's an old cast iron pipe coming out the floor there, which I'll probably get rid of so I can fit that a bit further back, make it a bit neater. The gas does still need to go through the wall there, so that's got to stay. It's got an extra expansion vessel on. Obviously, not for the size of the system. This house has got 6 radiators in it. It's because the one in the back of the boiler probably failed and they've not had it replaced. The power, which I've disconnected, came from the side of that. It just comes out the side. It's not the best of installs, but and then the room stat literally comes out the wall there, down the back of the boiler. Now I don't need to gas rate this one because it's so close to the meter I can actually run this combi off an 8mm pipe, so yeah, that'll be easy. Flue straight out. It's been made with expanding foam, which is easy. That'll probably just, if I break that, that'll just hit out. Yeah, so what I thought I'd do now, rather than just talk about the job, I've got my thorough flush because I'm going to flush the system and fit the combi tomorrow. Now I keep the thorough flush in this Milwaukee pack out because when I got these, I thought I would use them for other stuff, but they're just too big to go on the van. It takes up too much room. That's the bottom one. I normally have 2 more on top. The next one's got my Magna Cleanse stuff in, but this one I've just got the thorough flush. So I thought I'd try and connect it up live and do start the thorough flush while you guys are watching, and obviously you can ask me questions. So this is just, this tray's got the fittings in that I use to adapt onto whatever I'm using. Like I've got my cam locks there if I want to run my Magna Cleanse on at the same time, and then just flexes to get onto filling loops and stuff. And then all the hoses. So what's that? That's the one I'll get onto the cold main with. That's the dump hose. That's central heating, flow and return, and then the thorough flush itself is in this bag here. So that's the unit. So I thought I'd just set the camera up so you can see me connecting this onto the job. Obviously I've got to take the boiler off, so I'll do that first, but let me just see if I can, 2 secs. Right, so if I pop that there, you can still see the job. And then I can see the comments. Right. So, let me whip the boiler off the wall. I've disconnected everything, so it should come off pretty easy. So that's the boiler done. So basically I've got my central heating flow, central heating return and my cold main, and I'm going to connect those now onto the thorough flush there, and using the hose pipes. Right, let me come this side. And I'll try and answer questions while I'm doing it if anything pops up. Right. I'll try and do this as quick as possible so you're not bored. So this is my first hose. I'm going to pop this one on. In fact, I don't need, this expansion vessel's going, so I'll connect it on here. I'm using grips because I'm ripping out before anyone says I need to get a spanner on it. Right, that's one connected, this one's to the cold. So, this one goes on here. And then this one is for the flow. Nearly done. So any questions popping up? How do I see the questions? Oh, there we go, some questions there. What knife do I use? I've got a Halter Force knife inside of my bag. Bit late to be doing a job like this. Now I'm starting it today, just doing the flush today, and the boiler installs tomorrow. So that's the flow. So all I've got there is, hang on. That knot, don't like that. That knot, don't like that. So I've got backup plan. Yeah, so I go to the gym. I go to the gym after work, and basically when I edit my YouTube videos, I do them on a Sunday, and it takes me up until about 4 o'clock to get them edited, uploaded, ready to go live. But I'll train on a Sunday. The gym shuts at 4, so the last session I'll get on a Sunday is 2. So then I'll get home at 4, which means when I finish editing, it's probably going to be like 6, 7 o'clock. By the time I've eaten, so it's going to get later, and it's going to be a stress. So I'll either have to edit them during the week after work, which I don't get any time to do anything anyway after work, or on a Saturday. But I normally work on a Saturday, so I'm just wondering when I'm going to have time to actually do the editing, because honestly, wake up at 6 on a Sunday, I will sit there editing all day. It takes me ages. I'm just cutting this flow because I can't get the nut on. And I've got a push fit connector, so I'll use that instead. And that's this one. See if any more questions pop up. Yeah, so I'll flush this afternoon, prep it, get everything ready. Then tomorrow, all I've got to do is bang the boiler on the wall and do the pipe work. So it should be a nice, easy day tomorrow. They've got an electric shower, which I'll put the water back on tonight so they can use that. Right, so can you see that? We're connected on flow, return, cold. Now I'll connect them to the thorough flush. So start with the cold in, which goes on the inlet in the middle. Can you see that? Have you ever fitted any ATAG boilers? Yeah, I have, with Marcus. I've never fitted one by myself. So that's our cold mains inlet. And then the flow we'll put onto port A. I'm hoping you can see this, what I'm doing. So the flow is going on to port A. And the return onto B. Okay, so they're on tight. So the cold's closed, so I can turn the water back on now, and that will become live up to there. This filling loop T is open, so I'll make sure that's shut, otherwise I'll flood the gaff, which you know I've done a few times. Right, that's water back on. I can hear something leaking, spraying out. Oh, I just need a screwdriver. I just had to tighten that up. That would have been funny, having that piss out live on YouTube. Right, so we're live up to there. Now just got to, live up to there. We just need the outlet hose on now, and then I'm going to run that into the sink because I've not got a drain anywhere near her. So that's my last hose. I've got a little bit of a, let's nip that up. I don't know if this is interesting to people or not, watching this. Okay, that's connected. I'll just run this hose to the sink. Right. So flow, returns connected, cold mains coming in, that's these three. We're on, what are we on? A. So when I open this now, oh wait. So that's now pumping mains water through A, round the system, back down through B, and then because the outlet's open, it's going to start coming out in the sink. I've got no other choice where to take it to drain because there's no drains outside. It's got like AstroTurf, you can see it through the window there. It's just got AstroTurf. So here comes all the brown goodness. And I'll basically go around the house, I'll do one radiator at a time, and we'll pump mains through it, and that'll get rid of all the crap. Once it runs clear, then I'll reverse the flow and go through the other port. So I won't be able to film the whole thing, but you can see it all moving through the hose. And I can agitate the rads like I would on a Magna Cleanse. How much crap it's getting out. It's always good to do this before you fit the new boiler if you can. I know obviously I've got 2 days to do this, so it's a bit of a luxury, but I've got a bit of a leak there. Just do that up if I can. Yeah, it's always better because then you're not flushing through. God, I didn't even tighten that up. That's just on finger tight. Surprised that didn't pop off. Yeah, I can do this now, and then tomorrow it's all been flushed ready, and I've not got to do anything that's going to affect the new boiler. Now you can just do that. You could just connect your cold into your pipework and send it around that way, but you can't reverse the flow, which is the beauty of this. So I think let's just check what that's running at now. So that's running. It's running pretty clear now, so now I'll reverse the flow. Let's see what happens. So now instead of sending it up through A, it's going to go up through B and come back down A. We'll see if it makes any difference. Might take a while, but the idea is it should pick up some more crap. Yeah, exactly that. So I've literally only got one radiator open at the minute, one of the downstairs one. I'm going to go through, once that one's clear, I'll close that one and open another one up, and I'll do the whole house that way. And like I said, this house has only got 7 radiators it's got, so it won't take me long. I don't know if it's going to pick up anything else. It wasn't that dirty system when I drained it, to be fair. We're just waiting for something black to come out now. Agitating them definitely works, yeah. Hope you check the trap. Have you seen that video online where there's a trend where they start taking these apart now to clean them, and they take it out, spray it, clean it, and with it out they run fresh water down to clean it. They must be flooding their kitchen cupboards. Right, if there's no more questions, I think that's it for now. I'm going to go and do some of the other rads. Could you not connect a magnet cleaner to it? Yeah, you can, and I do that quite a lot. And yeah, I use my thermal camera to check the rads at the end of the job. Especially if someone has... I mean, this job, it's just a combi swap because the combi was not working. But if they rang me up and said, Pete, we've had one a new combi, but also a lot of the radiators have got cold spots, or a few of the radiators weren't working, then you can do more of a flush. But this is just a basic flush because I'm doing a combi to comply with building regs. How much more time does it take you on a job and filming it? I mean, not long. Depends what I'm doing. I've obviously stopped to talk to you. I'd be cracking on working now, but closing each rad on TV on both sides. Both sides, mate. Lock shield as well. Right, I think that's all the questions answered, boys. How would you connect the Magna Flush in line? You could either do it, so this hose into your Magna Clean, then hose out your Magna Clean into port A, or you could do it on this side, exactly the same. Come out of this, into your Magna Clean, and then out your Magna Clean onto this hose. And to do that, I just use these cam locks. That'll get me straight onto my Magna Cleanse, and that's the correct adapter. So that's been reversed now, that's clear enough, you could probably drink that. I'm going to move on to another radiator now. Right, thanks for watching, everyone. What I'll do is when I'm here tomorrow and I'm doing the new boiler, we'll do it again. Well, just before I go, what's everyone saying about the pipework? Shall I just cut them there and tidy that up, or should I cut them up here and maybe get them out of the way of the electrics by bringing them across at the top? The only downside to doing that is I need to get a system filter in and also an air separator. So I don't think I've got room for that. It's going to be a Baxi 830, so I can rear pipe it. What's everyone saying? There's the pipework. I mean, look, that's the they go right behind the incoming main. But you know, where the customer's obviously got to pay for it. Where do you... I could go right back up into that boxing if I wanted to, but then they've got to pay for it. So easy for me, cut them there and just renew it. Cut parts down low. Fuck that bottom left. The customer's not bothered at all. It's in a little, it's just in like a little cupboard off the kitchen. Not going to be looking at it all day. Yeah, I think everyone's saying cut them where they are. I think they're probably, I will do that. Obviously they're not clipped, so I'll clip them, and I'm going to move that gas meter a little bit, get rid of that. But I'll drop on live tomorrow, and we'll have another look at it tomorrow when I'm doing it. Right, thanks everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will speak to you in a bit.